Shoe0nhead yesterday posted a formal response of sorts to Twitch streamer Hasan Piker collabing with the one and only SmugAlana right there in the response to Hasan. Now, the quick context on this, although you're probably familiar, but just in case, there was the Pragmata discourse. A lot of like Twitter police types and modern audience types really offended at Pragmata, saying really weird stuff. Like, if you want a family, you're an incel, you know, just a lot of nonsense. Shoe covered all of that, and in her video, there was like a 3-minute segment about Hasan specifically. And when Hasan found out about being included in Shoe's video for like 3 minutes, the dude freaked out multiple times on stream, saying also very bizarre stuff in response, like, she's just an emo girl. Ooh, look at me, I'm an emo girl. And it's like, dude, what are you even talking about?
What an unbearable f***ing way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe0nhead. Ooh, look at me. I'm an emo girl. Ooh, look at me. 4chan guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me. Why would you openly admit that you listen to Shoe0nhead? What the f*** is wrong with you?
So yeah, once again, Hasan didn't address anything Shoe actually said. He just ranted in a very bizarre way, similar to his good friend Tron, who's also involved with this. As she was trying to run defense for Hasan, Shoe and Smug also talk about this and mock the heck out of Tron, which, by the way, I wasn't familiar with SmugAlana's game like that. I've watched some of her content, but I didn't realize she was that savage. Freaking hilarious. The last thing I want to mention really quick is I actually did a live stream reaction to Shoe's video right here yesterday. My first live stream in a very long time, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you everyone, and we'll be doing more shows in the near future. But now back to the main topic. Let's play some of the highlight moments from Shoe and Smug's response to Hasan and Tron.
People like Shoe0nhead are basically a humanoid version of a f***ing Reddit aggregator.
Reddit? Reddit hates me. Literally 80% of his audience are f***ing Redditors. Are we f***ing for real right now? Bro is loved on Reddit. Like, why didn't he say 4chan or Twitter? He's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, he can't even banter or do the jokes correctly.
Unironically, I think this entire rant, this clip, just sounds like if you were just to post the question, what do you think of Shoe0nhead on r/politics, and then read the comment section.
Yes.
It's just angry Reddit-coded malding. You wanna know the worst part? This is the best thing you could come up with. This is the best you could do.
Jesus Christ. What an unbearable f***ing way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe0nhead. If you're getting your politics from a person like Shoe0nhead, you should be embarrassed.
What do you mean, get your politics from Shoe0nhead? I don't expect my audience to get their politics from me. I expect them to be entertained, to laugh, to think, to engage with the discourse at hand. I don't try to, like, pass off as someone you should get your politics from. I don't think my audience should get their politics from me or any YouTuber for that matter. I think they should do their own research, come to their own conclusions. I just say my opinions, and people are free to agree or disagree. Hasan, on the other hand, like, really thinks he's some serious political commentator. Bro, you're a Twitch streamer. I'm a YouTuber. But that's the difference between you and I. I know what I am.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing when he's like trying to use Redditor as an insult. It's like, bro, that's literally your people. That is a friendly fire moment. They also got into the whole arc of journalists, mainstream journalists, by the way. It was like, if I recall, New York Times, Huffington Post, you know, outlets like that, and how a number of years ago, they were really trying to puff Hasan up with these puff pieces. This is because a lot of young men have been trending away from the left or not joining the left at all. And so they've been trying to come up, they being like these leftist journalists and people like Hasan, you know, leftist political commentators, they've been trying to come up with a way to get young men in particular to join the left. And so for years, they tried promoting Hasan as like this manly champion of the left. And it just failed over and over and over again. They would say things like, as you can see right here on screen, a progressive mind and a MAGA body. And look how lame the subtext is too. Like, Hasan Piker pumps iron, likes weapons, and wears pearls. Like, oh my gosh, the cringe is insane.
The left in a MAGA body, bro. That always stuck with me.
A progressive mind and a MAGA body. What do they even mean by that?
Being attractive and eating healthy and working out is right wing. What the f are we smoking?
The crazy thing is some mainstream journalists actually wrote articles demonizing working out, saying that it's tied to white supremacy and has history in Nazism, and that this is why people shouldn't work out, and that if you do, you're reinforcing white supremacy and the patriarchy.
For like a good 3 years, there was this really weird campaign to make Hasan Piker like the face of progressive masculinity in a bizarre attempt to move men to the left. A progressive in a MAGA body, they said, which, like, what the f? did they mean by that? Hey guys, we're not all ugly dysgenic freaks. Look, there's one of us who's attractive. What? Mr. Piker's success on camera, in some part, has been aided by the fact that he is, by conventional standards, a very handsome man. He is 6 feet 4 inches tall and built like a professional athlete, with a square jaw, a beard, and a head of thick dark hair. It's the one aspect many of my haters can't shake, Mr. Piker said of his appearance in a Twitch broadcast last year. They can't turn around and be like, you're not hot. Indeed, tens of thousands of viewers may watch his videos for his political views, but many also tune in for their view of Mr. Piker himself, whose social media profiles are littered with suggestive images of his muscly body in states of undress, or thirst traps, as the pictures are known. Some of his fans scrape, screenshot, clip, and repackage them into fan cams that travel across the internet, glorifying Mr. Piker's appearance and indirectly his beliefs. That is yet again another mainstream article saying one of the only reasons people watch Hasan is because he's attractive, and that he uses his appearance and thirst traps to gain a following.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was dying on stream yesterday on this part, like not in a laughing sort of way, like cringing to death sort of way. Because I've read these articles before, I've even talked about these articles before in videos, but it's one thing to do that on my own time and I'm able to step away from the cringe if I need to. It's a whole other thing to do it on a live stream and I gotta sit through it all the whole time. Now again, Smug and Shoe0nhead, they made it hilarious, but like, dude, the stuff these journalists write, I just can't even understand how these people unironically say stuff like this and think this is like a great point. Like, oh yeah, dude, we're definitely gonna get people on the left by writing just puff pieces like this. What makes it even weirder is Hasan loves this stuff. Like, he's been on record on his live stream praising corporate journalists. And it's like, dude, if I had corporate journalist sellouts like this praising me, I would think I'm doing something wrong in life. Like, that would be a red flag. But to Hasan, he's like all about it, loves it. Like, Hasan and his viewers will simultaneously praise corporate journalists while pretending like they're going to be a part of the revolution. Like, the LARP is so obvious with these people. Oh, speaking of the LARP, we have the whole compilation here. Look how much of a poser this guy is. Make the rich pay with the anarchy symbol. And it's like, dude, you're wearing like designer clothes half the time, living in a freaking $1 million mansion and all this other stuff. Been rich, very rich his whole life. Comes from one of the most wealthy families in Turkey. But like, okay, bro, make the rich pay. I love this one too. Like orange checkered pants with the anti-fascist text on it. Anti-fascist. Oh, okay, bro. Oh my gosh. Stop the drama, vote for Obama, literally Pokemon Go to the polls energy. And then a whole shirt of buzzwords that he's like crossing out. Like, these are offensive, cross them out. Dude, I used to be emo for a while, then I was punk for a while, then I was crust punk for a while. And like, my germophobia kicked in, so the crust punk clothes are too disgusting to wear anymore. But my point is, I've been around like the actual punk scene for years. And this stuff is complete poser behavior, bro. It would fit right along with what punk's become. Because unfortunately, this is largely what punk is nowadays. It's like Reddit core poser type stuff. But it gets worse because that takes us to the section where they talk about Tron. Oh my gosh, bro. I was trying, like, whenever Tron comes up, well, first of all, I try to avoid topics with Tron. Sometimes you can't avoid it though. And I always try to not be too rude to this person. You know, I'll say like, you, Tron, no, please no. And then SmugAlana just calls her like a fat retard. And I was laughing on stream yesterday. I'm like, dang, I'm trying to like not to be too rude. And SmugAlana just says it, which was hilarious, I gotta admit.
All right, so then we got one of these Hasan orbiters. It's a former booby streamer. This is Tron.
Oh my god, I cannot stand this girl. This Shoe0nhead girl, pick me woman.
Shoe0nhead and her dumb audience.
Her dumb audience of incels.
Dude, even the way she says incel just sounds gross. Like, everything about her just... It's like the sort of person who, if I saw her walking down the street, I would jaywalk to get to the other sidewalk and like keep on going so I don't have to pass by her. Like, stay away.
Like, I don't know. It's like Shoe0nhead, if you like care so much about these incels, go one.
This is such a self-report for being a retarded whore. Like, I love the implication too that like Tron thinks the only way you can truly care about men is if you have sex with them. Does this thought process just come free with not having a father figure? Do I have to have unresolved daddy issues to comprehend this?
Is that problematic for me to say?
No, it's just retarded.
Like, prove you care so much about these incels and their inability to get sex. Go one. Oh wait, you won't? Because you're just grifting to them? Like, you don't even want to get with them either, but you'll condemn other women for not wanting to who you don't want to Okay.
When did I ever condemn women for not wanting to people? What is it? Hat on foot again. Hat on foot making YouTube videos from Earth 2 about how women owe men sex. What
She's
the fuck
really
is she doing?
fantasizing.
Why is everything sex with these people too? Like, everything is sex. You talk about the human desire to like create a family and have a legacy, and they're like, sorry you can't get laid, incel. Sorry you can't get pussy.
Says the chick that sits in her room all day and smokes weed until she's numb.
People. Are you being serious? Dog, what are you...
If you look up the dangers of smoking marijuana in like a Kids Dare pamphlet, there's just a picture of Casey Tron's face.
You're happily married and have a child, but because some fat retard on Twitter thinks you're a grifter, you're gonna need to f a bunch of random men to prove them wrong.
The freaking part of the stream where Casey Tron's like coughing on camera, you think that would be a wake-up call? Like, dude, I look disgusting. What am I doing? Like, smoking on stream and coughing into the mic and like in front of my viewers? Like, that looks so gross. But she doesn't care. She's just gonna be a slob on stream, and that's like her life now. And like Shoe said, it's so weird. At least people make everything sexual. Like, they had no actual response to any point that was made on the pro-pragmata side, which sounds ridiculous, but that's where we're at. There's a pro-pragmata side and a side that's like offended by the game and the fans of the game. But like I said, that side hasn't made a single good point about any of this, and they just make the most low bar arguments possible. You can't even really call them arguments, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I think those are like the main highlight moments. And there's, you know, plenty of other good stuff though in the full video. Full video's like, what, 34 minutes long? So consider watching the full thing. I'll link it in the description for you. Again, shouts out to Shoe and Smug. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.